So, not gonna lie, I feel a little weird filming an intro with no makeup except for eyebrows and lip gloss on, but by the end of this video I might end up looking like a clown, so I wanted to do this beforehand. Anyway, I'm gonna do something a little different with this video. It's not gonna be a tutorial. I don't remember where I got the idea for this, because I know that I'm definitely not the first person to do it. If you guys know who was, feel free to comment down below, and I will gladly credit them, but I don't know who started this. It just kind of popped into my head when I was looking through my old photos, and I decided that I wanted to recreate an old look that I did like almost 4 years ago. I think it was like my freshman year of high school, maybe. Point being, I was really young, and my skills, if you want to call it that, were not where they're at now, by any means. I'm not saying I'm a pro, but like, I've definitely improved a lot over the years, and I kind of wanted to do this video to like show that. I also thought it would be fun because I did like a lot of blues in this look, and I usually don't play around with color that much anymore. So it should be kind of interesting to do this. So yeah, I'm gonna talk through this video. It's not gonna be a voiceover. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about like when I started doing makeup and all that fun stuff. I'm not gonna really zoom you guys in super close like I usually do, just because again, it's not a tutorial. I'm kind of just messing around and having fun with it. But yeah, hopefully this video comes out okay, and I'm just gonna get into it and start doing the makeup. So, oh my god, I could tell my eye bags look terrible, but anyway, you guys are gonna have to excuse my mirror being in the frame, because I don't know how else to do it, so sorry if that bugs you. It kind of bugs me a little bit, but it is what it is. I don't remember what I used for the browns and the blacks in the original look. Knowing the time period, it was probably like a Naked palette or something, because I know the main palette that I used for this look was the Urban Decay Electric palette, like for the blues and stuff, and I remember thinking this was the coolest thing. I only used it once. The only time I have ever used this palette, other than right now, was to originally do this look. But anyway, because I've upped my game a little bit, instead of a Naked palette, I'm gonna use a Morphe palette. This one is the 35O. I don't think I've used it in a video before, but that's what we're gonna do today, so. I really want to play music while I do this, but I don't want it to get copyrighted. So the first shade that I'm gonna use in this palette, hello? The first shade that I'm gonna use in this palette is this color right here. It's called Spice, if you can't see it from there. And once again, I am so happy that I'm not gonna have to edit these names into the video later. All right. The wrong side of the mirror is facing me. Good job, Laura. Please, please kill me. Put me out of my misery. So anyway, I'm just taking that Spice color. So as usual, I did one eye off camera, or I started one eye off camera just because I don't want this video to be like an hour long. So I'm just starting with the shade Spice. I don't know if I said that already. And using it as a transition shade. I didn't use a transition shade in the original look because, you know, I was like just starting out with makeup and I didn't really know that that was a thing at all. I didn't know that much about makeup whatsoever, but I did know that I enjoyed it and that I had a good time doing it. That's probably like the same thing. That was the most repetitive thing I've ever said, but either way, I knew that I loved to do it, so I kind of just went with it. And I remember that Christmas of 2014, I think it was like the first year that I asked for like entirely makeup. I remember, sorry if this video is like really weird and choppy. I'm gonna have to edit out a lot because my family is really obnoxiously loud for 11 at night. But anyway, I remember the Christmas of 2014 was the first year that I got a whole bunch of makeup. That was all I wanted, because I really wanted to get into it. I don't really remember what my inspiration was back then. I didn't watch a whole lot of YouTube. I don't remember where I was going with that. I just thought makeup was cool. I had done my makeup for my 8th grade graduation dance with my first ever palette, which was the Naked 3. I still have that exact palette, and it's probably so disgusting. I never use Naked palettes anymore. But when I started doing my makeup, those were my jam. And yeah, I don't know. I just remember doing my makeup for that dance and thinking that it was the coolest thing ever. So I guess from that point on, I was just really into it. My mom started letting me wear makeup when I was about 12, I want to say. By the way, now I'm just blending out that spice shade. But my mom let me start wearing makeup for 7th grade. It was only a little bit. It was only really eyeliner and it was this metallic blue eyeliner by Avon and this peachy pink shimmery shadow stick also by Avon, because I basically used whatever my mom used and her favorite back then was Avon. And yeah, I mean, that's how I started. We all start somewhere, I guess. Didn't really get into it though until I was 14. That's probably kind of repetitive, but okay. I think I know where I'm going with this. I think that for my next shade, I'm gonna use that just fell apart. I'm gonna use the shade Brick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is the color that I'm gonna go in with. I'm making this a little bit more red than the old one just because this is the palette that I had on me. And it has a lot of reds and oranges in it. So that's what, oh, by the way, how do you guys say that word? Do you guys say orange or orange? Because my mom says orange and she always makes fun of me. This is gonna be a cut crease. I don't know if I said that already. Really, really uncreative. But I feel like if I had done this look today, for New Year's or whatever occasion, that I probably would have made it a cut crease just because I'm most comfortable with cut creases, I guess. I don't know, I feel like they're my forte. I really want to branch out and do different things because I don't want my channel to be super repetitive. Like it's kind of already become, but that's fine. That's kind of why I'm doing this video. I wanted to change it up and do something different. Probably said that already, but I honestly don't really care. I kind of just want to sit down and talk to you guys kind of normally with this video, and like I want you to get to know me a little bit better because I feel like in my other videos I didn't talk like at all. I probably look super ugly while I'm doing this, but it's fine. So I probably look a little bit crazy right now because I'm like mid makeup look, but I'm sorry if this looks super orange. It's definitely coming, that's not really what I wanted to say. This look is coming out like way too orange. The original one was definitely more brown, but it kind of works because my style has changed and like, I guess the kinds of eyeshadows that I prefer has changed. This is definitely super warm toned while the original look was pretty cool toned, I would say, but that's fine. We're just gonna go with it. Anyway, let's see. I don't know what color I'm gonna use next. I think I wanna go in with the shade Rich. No, I'm gonna go in with the shade Brave next, just to make it a little more brown and a little less orange. I should probably switch to a smaller brush because me and my hooded ass eyes can't really handle this. I feel like this is gonna be what makes it. I feel like it's finally, I don't know, maybe that's still too red toned. I don't really care at this point. I'm just doing what I want. Although like reds and blues might make me look a little bit like the frickin' American flag, but that's okay. It's a little bit of a halo look. I mean, like, okay. I think what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna end up doing, I mean, is a rounded cut crease, just because I feel like that would be best with this look. I'm just blending out that Brave color. I think it's called Brave. I don't remember which one I dipped into, honestly, but I think it's finally starting to like come out a little bit darker, which is what I was going for, so that's perfect. I don't really know if it's blending the way I want it to though. The new Morphe palettes, the colors in them are insanely pigmented. I love them so much, but right now they're just not blending the way I want them to. Don't really know why, but again, we're just gonna go with it. If it comes out bad, it is what it is. I'm not going anywhere, And I honestly want you guys to see that I'm like a real person, and everybody has bad makeup days, so whatever, you know? So I still feel like this look is coming out really red even after having blended out that darker color. I think I'm gonna take like a more true brown now. Because I really don't want this look to be entirely red or orange or, you know, whatever this weird combination of colors is. But if it comes out that way, so be it. I'm gonna go in with the shade Brunette. I don't know if I'm pointing to it because I'm legally blind and can't really see the viewfinder from here. But I'm gonna go in with the shade Brunette and this Morphe, I wanna say it's an M222. Yeah, Morphe M222 because I have hooded eyes and they are really small. Some people say they have hooded eyes, but they actually have like pretty big lids. I mean, I think you can have a big lid and it can still be hooded, but like a lot of people who have small hooded eyes don't really like, I feel like I don't see a whole lot of YouTubers with that eye shape. So I kinda wanna make more videos about hooded eyes specifically, just cause I know that a lot of you guys out there can relate to me on that level. This is definitely brown, so if it doesn't come out brown, I'm going to scream. There you go. I think we're finally getting somewhere. The thing is, I'm using like all these colors, right? But because my eyelid is so small, I think that once I cut the crease, you're not really gonna be able to see any of this. So, that's fun. Yeah, I think it's finally turning brown. I also think that the black in this palette is so intense that once I start to put the black in here, it might look like too much and I might just fuck it all up. But that's okay. You know, makeup is trial and error sometimes, and today it might just be error. I don't really care if the makeup doesn't come out amazingly because everybody has those days and I'm not gonna try to hide it. I think I accidentally went too far up with like the dark colors on this eye, but that's okay. I mean, I could even it out, but you know what? I'm not going to. So now for the part I'm scared of. The cut crease and the blue part. I mean, okay, I'm not actually scared of cut creases because I do them all the time. It's just that this is more of a rounded cut crease, more of a full cut crease than I'm used to, so it's just a little bit scary. And yeah, no, I'm using the Urban Decay Electric palette, which is also a little bit scary, just because I don't venture out into color very often. Probably looked really ugly just now, but you know, I don't care. I'm using my good old Tarte Shape Tape. I finally had to get a new bottle of this. I use it religiously. I don't think I'm ever gonna go back. I used to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is fine, but I feel like this gives me so much more coverage and I love it. This is gonna be a rounded cut crease, and I don't have round eyes, so we're gonna fake it till we make it here. There you go. I don't know what I think of that shape yet. I still can't tell if I like the shape of that. But it's what we're working with here. I'm gonna do the next eye. I'm really not chatting with you guys while I do this just because it's hard to talk and do a cut crease nicely at the same time. Okay, so I think this is as good as my cut crease shape is getting for now. So now I'm taking the shade Revolt with the brush that came with this palette because I feel like the palette's gonna ruin any other brush that I have. Oh my god, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. I'm basically gonna do a gradient of silver into blue. I don't know how well that's gonna work out, but we'll see. I'm using the shade Gonzo, and that was just really scary to dip into. So first thing I notice is that I'm getting blue pigment all over my face.
I got your blue.
Gonna have to clean up this blue, otherwise it's gonna bother me. I'm just gonna try to pat out that blue with this silver shade on the end of my brush. It's not really blending. Actually, never mind. I'm kind of getting a gradient now that I'm working with it. I actually think this looks a little bit crazy without the black that I used in the original one. And I think the black kind of helped it along a little bit. I don't know, I gotta weigh my options here. If I do a wing, I could fuck everything up. If I don't do a wing, it might look a little incomplete. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna do a wing in this look. I don't know which eye I'm gonna put in the actual video, so if I didn't already say this, this is the shade Whiz from the Morphe 3502 palette again, and I'm just putting that in the outer corner of this eye to make it match with the other one, because I use this color a little bit on the other one, and I was a fan of it, so I'm just putting it on this eye too. Holy crap, I don't even know if this is gonna come off. Since this is more of a get ready with me than a tutorial kind of video, I'm gonna talk for 2 seconds about my face makeup. I said this in my first video, I think. I don't use foundation. I only put concealer under my under eye. I don't let my face bake that long because my skin's already dry right now. I'm just taking that same brush that came with the palette again for this because I don't want to ruin any of my other brushes because I feel like these colors are kind of staining. We'll see once I take them off my eye. Now I'm gonna go in with that shade Whiz from the 3502 palette and just deepen up the outer corner of my lower lash line as well. In the original picture, I want to say that I used stuff on my waterline because I used to do my waterline all the time. I don't actually like the look of that anymore because I already have kind of small eyes and I think that makes them look smaller. I would actually maybe even do this again. I mean, not the color on my lid. I think that looks a little ridiculous, but I would do the color on my lower lash line as like a pop of blue because this is kind of nice. I'm just curling my eyelashes. I honestly don't even know if I did this back then. I hope I did because if you guys couldn't already tell, my natural eyelashes are like pin straight. So now I'm just putting on mascara. So I almost forgot to put highlight on. I used to be so against highlight actually. Like when I first started doing makeup, I thought that it just made people look greasy, but now I can't live without it, so. So my brother's sitting right there yelling at me to just end it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though it might have been a little shitty, but that's okay. Anyway, see you next time I upload. Bye.